morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of A Safe Space for Men. I'm your host as usual. Hey y'all, it's been a really long time. I miss doing this. Actually, I didn't realize how much I miss doing this till I start setting the equipment up and figuring out what I was going to talk about. It was like so much stuff going on. And then it just so happened that the election happened literally the day, let's say, I think it happened the day before I started like setting my equipment up. So it kind of like worked out. So of course I'm going to definitely talk about the election. Even though as much as I'm learning to stay as far away from politics and religion as possible, especially when you're like podcasting and stuff like that, because it kind of brings out the worst in people. Everybody's so passionate about their beliefs and the person they want in office, and if you're Muslim or you're Christian or you're Baptist or you're Jewish, whatever. I try to definitely stay away from religion as much as possible, but definitely politics. I've noticed just over these last couple weeks with the election, with people who are for Trump or people who are for Kamala. Everybody's so passionate about it, and that's cool, but you gotta have limitations on that because what I'm seeing right now is ridiculous. A lot of stuff is just getting like borderline, not borderline, it really is just getting disrespectful. People are like losing friends. We'll get all that though, because I got that on my list of things to talk about. I've been busy. I've been a good busy. I've been obviously working, parenting. I would say life's been busy and it's been challenging me in a good way. My biggest thing that I keep trying to tell myself, I won't say daily, but when it feels like shit, why is this going on? Or why am I dealing with this? Or why that didn't work out? I'm just trying to remain conscious of the things that I'm asking God for and remembering to be aware for that, being aware of that, constantly asking, God, prepare me, test me, teach me, keep me focused, whatever that looks like, because obviously the things we ask for never come in the forms that we expect them to come in. But just trying to remain, keep that in my thought process. Like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be going through. These are the things that I asked for. And remember the things that I asked for, you know what I'm saying? And just, like I said, again, just being aware, and remaining thankful always, because, we're all human, we're all adults, sometimes, like, shit really gets rough, and you're just like, man, fuck this, like, why the fuck I gotta go through this, you know what I mean? I think everybody has that moment, like, yo, I'm a good person, like, I'm a good dad, I'm a good mom, whatever it is, like, why am I dealing with, this BS or whatever, so. Just trying to remain as patient as possible and yeah, just be in my purpose, be understanding, because I'm really just trying to live in my purpose, honestly. Which I truly feel like my purpose is really just being a dad and helping people through the things that I've been through. That's what I think my God-given talent is. Honestly, I'm really good at being a dad. I think so. It's probably the best thing I'll ever do. But yeah, and above all, just maintaining and protecting my peace, which that shit can get crazy because, again, like I said, like the world is on fire right now. People are acting crazy. And what I've come to understand, especially over the summer, I might have mentioned it before, but just being a nice person, because I genuinely am, like 90% of the time, I'm really a nice person. But I think when people see that you are a nice person, they feel like they can get over on you. They feel like they can play in your face. They feel like they can try you. And I ain't gonna lie, like lately, I actually kind of been on edge, or not so much on edge. Shout out to Shakira, because she was saying that to me. But like, I just don't bite my tongue no more. And I check people like exactly where they had me fucked up at, and if I feel like you get out of line and you're being disrespectful, like why are you playing with me? Well, me of all people, the nice one, like why are you playing with me? Because I'm not the person to like do that with, because I hate to have to be mean and hate to have to like come out of character, but you really have to like remind people or let people know like you're not to be fucked with, and that's not like on some gangster, I can beat everybody or anything like that. But sometimes you just gotta stand your ground and let people, make sure people are respecting you. And I've been experiencing that a lot lately, like a lot. Like people really been trying me, and I don't know why. It's probably the devil. I don't know, but the shit need to stop because I be checking. Somebody recently called me a coon, like indirectly, but I knew it was at me. I don't want to go too far into it, but just know, like, yeah, I handled it because you can't. It has to do with the election, and we'll get into that. Again, people that cross lines, like you can be passionate about whoever you want to vote for, mayor, senator, who I don't give a fuck. But again, we just can't be crossing lines of disrespect because when you go there, it's just like you're gonna receive that energy back. And when you start name calling and again just being disrespectful, like people put hands on people. You know what I'm saying? Like we from Philly, we from the inner city, and like that shit don't fly. I definitely do need to start my therapy back up. Start probably want to say I believe in August. I'm not sure, but it's November now, so I did purposely take a break from her, but I need to get back because there's just some other things that I want to continue to work on. Everything is about growth, being a better person, a better man, a better dad, someday a better husband or boyfriend, whatever is in the cards. But yeah, over the summer, I kind of had a lot of difficult conversations with people. One in particular, during one of my barbecues, I had like a conversation with my cousin, and we never really got to talk in detail because I had a beef with his mom, and there was just some things that she did after my uncle died that I just thought were like demonic and diabolical, and I won't go into details out of respect for him and her, but the shit wasn't cool. I might have already said it on the podcast, but if I did, I didn't. Go back and listen. If I didn't, I won't. But we had a beautiful conversation, and it was just like, hey, like these things that she did, these are the reasons why I don't like your mom, or I don't deal with her. I'll never disrespect her, because that's your mother and you're my cousin. But these things that she did was not okay. And I think it really put us in a better space. We always was in a good space, but I think it really, like I remember the next day I texted him, like, I'm glad we got to talk. I even offered, I said I would go sit down with his mom and, let her know, but and we'll see how that goes. But that's not that I'm eager to do it. That's not on my to-do list. It really isn't. At the time, it kind of was, but after I look back, I think the more important thing was talking to him because he's directly my family. That's my blood cousin. Like we're on the same. It's from my mom's side. Like we were always pretty tight. And we never stopped being tight. It's just that, I think that when the things that happened, I think we naturally all assumed he would take his mom's side because that is his mother, you know what I mean? But now knowing that he was completely unaware of everything that was going on, it kind of shed light on everything. It made everything make sense. So we're all in a good place. That's another great thing that's been going on this summer. Like by me having barbecues and stuff like that, just getting my family together, trying to get them to come out. And every time I have someone that people haven't seen in a while always comes, and I just think it's beautiful, man. Like it really, again, I'm tired of meeting with people at funerals, and that's it. And then that's when you see people, and then you don't see them for 6 years, or you don't see them till the next funeral next year, or whatever's going on. So I'm gonna continue reaching out to my folks, continue trying to bring people together. Probably won't be nothing again until it get warm. Today was actually the first cold day of the fucking year. It is November, 13th? 12th? I don't know. Oh yeah, November 13th, technically, because we're past midnight right now. So it's November 13th, and today was yesterday was the first cold day. I was at work, and it was just like, I don't want to be here. And it was only like 40 something degrees, but it was windy. And again, Monday, it was like 75 degrees. Like I was outside in shorts. I went to the gym. I got in my car in a tank top. I didn't have a hoodie or nothing. It was just great weather. This weather is some of the most, Philly weather is so fucking bipolar. Like so bipolar. So bipolar. And I don't know why. My cat is on the couch. He's going to make me hurt him. Yeah, I let the cat back in, y'all. I really did. Because I kind of felt bad, but also, again, I don't want any visitors. But this time he was out of the house, so I put that, sir, he had to get out. He was out for like a month. But we done it back in. All is well. I'm going to kick his ass if you don't get off my couch. But yes, the summer was great, man. The summer was really good. Jordan started school. Um, uh, that's been good. Like she's in kindergarten. It was a really easy transition from pre-K to kindergarten. I think obviously because she was already in school. She loves school. I don't really have a problem getting her up every day. She loves her teacher. I like the teacher. The teacher's really good with Jordan. I feel like she really takes the time uh, with Jordan, like really is invested. And I appreciate that because, you know, the best way to have a good student is to have a good teacher. My only concern with Jordan, and that's kind of like with everybody, it's kind of like with people, period, I think with women in general, is Jordan easily attaches to females. I mean, given her, the situation where she doesn't have that consistent, like, male mother figure around, I think she wants that. So whenever someone's good to her, I see it with my aunts, my sister, especially my sister. I see it with her sisters because they're older. Like she just easily attaches to people, to the point where like I went to pick Jordan up from school one day, and the teacher she met me at the door like at the letdown. She's like, what's going on with Jordan? Like today it was right after, so Jordan was out of school for about a week, because she had caught hand, foot, and mouth. And yeah, that shit is going around again because a couple kids had it, and she went back to school, and the teacher's like, today she was just extra under me. She would not like, she was at my desk, like she like, I couldn't, and I didn't want to like, push her away. Like she was just under me. She was telling me she was coming to my house. She's like, she's just under me. I was like, damn, sorry. She's like, no, it's okay. But on top of that, Jordan is also territorial, and she's very possessive because she's the only small child in the house. So that's another thing that I worry about. Because when it comes to the teacher, she was saying that like Jordan get mad and be like, if she sees her with another student, like, I thought you were my friend, and then she's trying to explain to her like, I'm everybody's teacher. But yeah, again, the teacher, she's phenomenal. She's really good with Jordan. Hopefully the rest of the school year go well. Jordan just had a report card conference. Her grades are pretty good. It's only kindergarten. She had all A's. I mean, I don't want to say it's only kindergarten. My kid has A's. Like that's something to be happy about. And of course, we started Gabby senior year. I am happy about that because she's about to graduate and she's going to go off to college and hopefully do great things. Not hopefully, she will do great things. But, and I'm just looking forward to that, to like the next chapter of like fatherhood, like the next phase. You know what I mean? Like I've had small kids, I've had high schoolers. I got a grown kid, but Gabby technically, unless Kanai enrolls in college before her, because she just graduated as well, but she's not sure what she want to do right now. But Gabby will be my first child to actually head off to college. I think that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. I think initially it's going to be rough. Maybe so on me, because again, I'm so used to seeing her every day and so used to being around my kids, it'll be weird at first. I'm probably going to be the annoying dad calling every day, checking, hey, are you okay? That's what I do. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Real fast though, something else I started doing is, I think like setting boundaries, like really, and I might have started sooner than the summer, but like I really start like enforcing it. And what I mean by that is, it's just like, even in dating, we're gonna get to that, but just with people that I feel like I show up for and then they don't show up for me. Like I invite you to a bunch of shit and you don't show up to none of it, and then you invite me to something and you think I'm supposed to just pop up. I think like I owe it to myself. I think we owe it to ourselves to just be like, I'm not going to that. You know what I mean? If I invite you to 5 events throughout the year and you don't show up to one, and then you invite me to an event and you think I'm supposed to come, I'm gonna probably just start not coming. And like it's not really personal. It's just like if I'm able to take time out of my day, my week, whatever's going on. And I love to say it. I feel like I have more responsibility than most of the people that I'm friends with, relatives. Like I have the most kids. I firmly believe that I don't know anybody with more responsibility than me. And that's not like for an excuse or sympathy, but if I'm able to make these things for people and get to your event or whatever's going on and you can't get to mine, okay. It's not like I'm not angry or nothing like that, but don't bother inviting me to your shit because, yeah, like I think that's That's only right. Oh, to dating, the fun part about dating, so again, being older now, being 38, having a better understanding about like what I want, exactly what I want. I gotta say that the dating pool is trash. I must say that. Not all the way. I'll say like it's 68% trash. That's 32%. That's okay. But again, I just continue to learn more about myself. Again, I got a clear understanding about what I want to do, where I want to be. Uh, just being able to recognize traits in people by simply talking on the phone with them. Dating without and not being like physical with people and not fucking them, not having sex with them. Like I think that is really it's healthy. It's really productive because you don't have no attachment. And when you ready to cut somebody off, you could just cut them off. Like I remember I was over the summer I was talking to somebody and I was on the phone with her and I was just listening to how her kids were talking to her. And I mean like talking to her crazy, cussing, being completely disrespectful. And again, I'm a parent, so my kids would never dare talk to me like that. And it's out of respect, not fear. It's out of respect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it probably is the fear. They know I'm whatever. But no, seriously, like my children respect me and they know better. I've raised them the right way. So who the fuck are you talking to like that? So that's absolutely like 1, 2, and 3 red flags for me. A person that isn't able to control their kids talk to them crazy. They're disrespectful because how in the world can you step in here and be the authority here when I'm not here? You know what I'm saying? On a consistent basis, you can't because that's what it comes with when you deal with me. I have children and vice versa. I have to be able to step in and be your support system and be a man of the house, you know, and all those things. And if I'm not showing those traits, then you definitely shouldn't be talking to me. But it's just people are fucking nuts. I can't. Someone I actually was talking to was being weird. Someone else again, this is just people that I talk to, exchange numbers with, text talk, here and there, and was being extremely negative while I was on vacation, and they were just saying like some of the weirdest stuff to me. Like every time I would just call them, hey, in the morning, or while I was there, hey, how you doing? You know, and it would just be negative. Everything out their mouth was negative, and I was like, the last time I got the phone, I was like, I'm never fucking calling you again, because first of all, if you know me well enough, you know I'm on vacation. One, I deserve the vacation because of all the shit I do throughout the year. You should be like a little more positive about it, and it just wasn't. I don't want to go into detail what they were saying, but they won't be hearing from me. And it's kind of like it just really comes down to like why are you in such a negative place that you are willing to disturb my peace? And if you're willing to do that, then eat a dick. Like you gotta go kill yourself. I don't want nothing to do with that. Something Jordan did. Jordan got in trouble in school, so twice. Again, this goes down. So I want to even say that it's not necessarily her fault. So I teach Jordan to be extremely honest. I don't like censor her. I don't want her to be like mute or anything. I want her to always speak what's on her mind. The problem with that is, so she went to school. I don't know. So the first day, this happened like back-to-back days. It was like a Friday, then a Monday. So apparently one day she told the little girl she was fat. So that I did talk to her about. You can't do that. You can't say that because that makes her, that hurts her feelings. If she tells you you're fat or you're ugly, that's going to hurt your feelings. And she understood. So that we were good there. But then, was this yesterday? 2 days ago? The teacher calls me and she's like, I had just dropped her off. I dropped her off at 8 o'clock in the morning. My phone rings at like, I had just walked in the door. It's like 8:12. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, our girl did it again. I'm like, huh? And then she goes, yeah, she told the girl that she stink. And then I'm like, oh my God. So I had to talk to her and tell her that she couldn't say that. And I told her that if she felt that way, she needs to go tell the teacher. Because I don't want Jordan to feel like she can't, because I don't think she's old enough to know the difference yet between like what she should say and what she shouldn't say. Like, she understands that makes the other person feel weird, but I also think, well, come to find out, in all reality, so speaking to the teacher, there was a kid in the class that did stink. I don't want to go too far into details, but so I just told her if that happens to tell the teacher. And if it's like somebody sitting next to you, then maybe the teacher can put you somewhere else. Y'all can figure it out, but don't say it to the student because it would really hurt the students' feelings, obviously. So we got through with that, and hopefully there won't be any more problems throughout the year. Because Jordan really is a good kid. She doesn't have any behavior problems. She's just fucking territorial. The only problem that really happens, she's just really territorial about this teacher. To recap the summer, I think I did 5 barbecues, 4. I think it was 4. Again, just bringing people together. Really just trying to, again, bring my family together and just have as much fun as possible. Create as many memories as we can possibly have. Without it being a funeral. I was actually just at a funeral a week ago. My cousins, their stepfather, he basically raised them. So it's their stepfather/father. He unfortunately passed away. He was 67 years young. Of course, I go to that. That's just how I was raised. And that's one of the things that bothers me about people actually is, and I know everyone has things going on in their lives, but I feel like my grandma raised us to always show up for one another. So, and like no matter what. So when I see, obviously the minute I heard he passed away, I was just like, well, let me know when's the funeral. I'll be there. At first the funeral was actually going to be while I was out the country. There was nothing I could do about that. But then when they changed it, but my point is, I feel like, and this is no shade to nobody in my family, because I don't want anyone to be offended if they hear this, but I just think that if, when someone's parent dies, I think it's important, imperative, it is a must that the family shows up. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not that relative was their parent was our family, we're showing up for our cousins. You know what I mean? Who's related to us. You know what I mean? It wasn't like their aunt died or anything like that. The man that raised them died, and I think that's important. And of course, I was a couple of cousins there, but I think it's really important to just show up for each other and be there. I just think that's how it should be. I think if my mom died, I would hope that I would look up and see my cousins there, or my relatives there to support me through this difficult time, and I just think that's important. So when I go to funerals and I see certain people aren't there, and it kind of rubs me the wrong way. Again, I know everyone has everything going on, all these things going on in their lives, and there's shit happening every day. But I just think you should show up for your people. I think that's really important. Emma turned 10 about a month ago now, a little under a month. She had a great birthday. It amazes you, man. When you look at your kids and they're just growing up so fast. It's she's 10, and when I moved here, she was 5. You know what I mean? It's been 5 fucking years. It's Jordan's 5. You know what I mean? When we moved here, Jordan was a week old. It's crazy how fast time is flying. And again, I'm gonna say it till I'm out of here. Life is quick, man. And I will say this: I appreciate how much my family and friends show up for my kids and continue to show up for my kids, because I planned a party in 2 days, y'all. I don't know how the fuck I did that. We originally was supposed to just take her and a bunch of kids to Big Kahuna, which that is my last time going to that place. That place is ratchet. It's a mess. It really is a mess. I feel like it's just a mess. There's too many, people need to be screened to go to certain places. Some people don't have, go out their house etiquette, and they just shouldn't be nowhere. But Emma enjoyed herself. We went there early in the morning. I think we got there 10. We hung out till 2:30, and then I let her stay there with her mom because I had to come back to the house. The girl cook, prep a party, host, make sure, as people were getting here, because I told people to come at 5, which meant 6 black people time, which was cool. But she had a good day. We got back here, I blew the moon bounces up for the kids, and we had a good time. It was a nice little quick party, but I threw that together in 2 days, and I sent it out to my relatives 2 days out, and they showed up. And of course, I'm very specific. So, one, I never really want gifts anyway, because not to be arrogant, my kids kind of have everything they need. But on this, I actually sent out yo, I'm having a party for her on Saturday. It was quick. She just told me she wanted a party, and just bring the kids. We don't need no gifts. Just come, just show up, hang out with her, play with her, eat some food, and then go home. And the way I found out she wanted a party was because her mom texted me it was I think Thursday morning. She was yeah, so after we go from the water park, what time should we be at your house? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, Emma says, she's having a party. And I was like, 5 o'clock. Cause again, I'm pretty good. I've done so many damn parties now that I got this shit on lock. Like I can handle this. This is nothing. But I didn't feel like doing a party because parties you gotta clean up, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of prep. It's a lot of decorating. And again, when you're the only adult doing it, it's a lot. And then I still got to do the things that I got to do around the house. I still got Jordan running around. Jordan still needs me to do things. And yeah, but it was beautiful. My baby had a good day. She turned 10. It was amazing. Again, I'm just like, I'm so astonished. Like, again, how fast these kids grow up and like how quick the time goes. Like even with, again, I think about Gabby. It just seems like yesterday she was the size of Jordan. Kanaya the same way. Janaea, my oldest, she's turning 21 in about a week. On the 21st, on the 19th. See, I'm getting old. I can't even remember their birthdays, but yeah, in 6 days, she's turning 21, and it's like, what? Where did the time go? Like, it's crazy. She called me today, and she was asking about alcohol, and I was like, what? Like, what? It's like you catch yourself like, oh damn, like she is old enough. You know what I mean? And it's, I'm just thankful, man. Like I just really love my kids, man, and I'm just trying to enjoy it because I'm done having kids. I'm not having any more fucking kids. I'm continuing to say that's a deal breaker for me when I'm dating. That is also something I do dating. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? What's your favorite color? Green. Oh, that's cool. You want more kids? And when they say yeah, we gotta get out of check. Come on, let's take these wings to go. And I'm out of here. It's nice meeting you. Cause I'm not having any more fucking kids. I have no interest in it, man. Like I think, yeah, I have no interest. I'm scarred, burnt out, whatever you want to call it. Moving on. I just got back from vacation. Not just got back, but I was about 2 weeks ago. I got to go away for like 6 days. I went to Punta Cana with a bunch of the brothers, guys I grew up with. Probably be just like our third vacation, I think, third straight year of going on vacations together. I had fun. Like this might have been Cancun. I don't know. Cancun was all that. This might have been. I don't know. This is up there. It was a really good vacation. I ain't never danced and partied so much in my life, and I don't even dance, y'all. Like that ain't even my thing, but the margaritas was rolling, the music was good. It was a day party like every day. It was night parties. There was just so much to do. And I think I was just like real free, like loose, pause. But just in a space where like not having to have any responsibilities, and because the last 365 has been like just all business, work, kids, work, kids, work, kids, work, kids, and doing the other things that I got to do outside the house that I have to do. And I just think being able to get away was really, I needed it. I really did. And it's like, it was a good reset. Like when like now I feel great. I don't feel like I need to take a break and nothing like that. Everything is flowing well. I got a good routine. I pretty much go to work at like 1 o'clock, and I'm able to work out in the mornings now and take Jordan to school. I got a pretty good situation right now. I'm not overworked. I'm not tired. I'm really rested. I think I got a better handle on my day-to-day stuff. So, but yeah, it was so much fun, like so much fun. And it's just like, it's so cool to be able to travel with people you've known all your life and like enjoy yourself and have a good time and, just be safe. And it's cool as shit. Again, coming from where we come from, the shit always amazes me. Like just again, like being able to do stuff like that, because we never thought about that as kids. I want to get to this election. So obviously, I had been saying it. People thought I was crazy. I was like, Trump's going to smoke the election. He's going to smoke the election. And what did he do? He fucking smoked the election. Not only that, the Republicans swept everything. They swept the House. They swept the Senate. They swept the popular vote, the Electoral College. People thought I was crazy when I was saying this stuff. And I was just like, no, like, cause I don't know everything, but I do know what I'm talking about. I read, I research, I really look into shit. And right now everyone's acting crazy. People acting like the world is ending. There's so much judgment being passed on people. And full disclosure, I did vote for Trump. I did. And we'll get to my reasons why in a moment. But I think there's so much judgment going on. People are ending friendships, relationships. I've seen black women blaming black men. Folks are blaming Latinos. And I feel like nobody's looking at the Democrats. Like if the Eagles lose the Super Bowl, like we're not going to be like you got to look at the team. The team lost. Like they lost. They didn't do what they were supposed to do to win. You can't be like, oh, the Eagles lost, so like let's blame the city of Philadelphia. Like, no, motherfucker, that makes no sense. And that might be a bad analogy, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. They did a shitty job of preparing her. They threw her out there 2 months before the election, which is like, oh yeah, here, go win the election. After Sleepy Joe Biden had been dragging his feet for the last 3.5 years. You know what I mean? He was a terrible president. In my opinion, it's not fact, just in my opinion. I saw someone say Trump was going to make us slaves again. Today, well, yesterday technically, I saw someone compare. Oh my God, it was so stupid. I saw someone compare the immigrants being in the country or having to leave the country. No, the immigrants leaving the country being compared to slavery. And like, I gotta log out for the day because this is fucking foolishness. They're not even the same thing. Like, one is forced to be here. One snuck their way in the country. Like, and again, it's just people acting crazy. Excuse me, I'm eating blueberries, y'all. Because I don't want to eat, it's the middle of the night. I don't want to be eating like candy and shit. I'm trying to stay away from carbs right now. I'm trying to like get a little lean. So I got blueberries because they're sweet. So I don't eat candy because this little Jolly Rancher sitting here and just staring at me. I want to open it, but I'm going to eat my blueberries. But yeah, people just fucking acting crazy, and all this over election. All this over an election. And I just think in the grand scheme of things, like, she was never going to win. I saw someone say, we're afraid to see a woman in office. And it's like, no, we just didn't want her. I know I didn't. And to be clear, like, she lost me when she was talking about transgenders, men being in women's sports. I have 2 small daughters that are in school and that may or may not play sports. I have one that is in school, that's still in school. And while she doesn't really play a sport now, I think she did volleyball. She was doing volleyball. She cheerleads, like, but again, girls should be with girls and guys should be with guys. Point blank, period. I'm about keeping my kids safe. Everyone's out here, and again, I don't have. Before I say this, I don't have an. It's not my place to say whether a woman should get an abortion or not. But all this uproar about abortion, everyone's arguing over the right to kill a baby. Like, I think you have to look deeper into it, and I would just ask the question, why? Why would anyone be okay with black people and brown people killing off all their babies? Like, that you need to look at. And that's really all I'm gonna say. I need you to understand, or try to understand, or figure out why an entire party would be okay with you killing off your offspring. One last thing, I do believe that, like, and this is for the people that are on like the 7th abortion. Like, yeah, I think shit like that needs to be regulated. You need to be responsible. Like, obviously, if there's incest, there's rape, there's situations where, like, there should be no questions asked. But I absolutely believe that, like, the people, because, I mean, there's different tiers. There's obviously people that, like, they're just not ready for kids and stuff like that. And things happen. Trust me, I know. I have 5 kids. But when you're on your 6th, 7th, 8th, 13th abortion, like, lady, please, like, sit down somewhere. Like, you need to just lock it up. But yeah, and to get into like why I voted for Trump, again, I think, well, like in any situation, whether it's the mayor, I'm gonna vote for who I think has the best policies and plans, for me and my family. not the last time around, I voted Biden. And full disclosure, I voted for Biden because I wanted student loan forgiveness that he didn't give me. But that's neither here nor there. And that was what he sold me on, student loan forgiveness. I ain't gonna lie, that might have been, besides the first time Obama got in, when Obama first got in, I voted for him because he was black. I was young. I was like 19, maybe a little older, but I still was young. I was young and ignorant, and I just wasn't aware. I didn't understand politics. I was just voting for the black guy, the face, which is what some people did in this election. But other than that, and Biden, that's probably the only two times I like really voted without researching or trying to understand what each person had to offer. Me and my family, my people. But yeah, he didn't give me my student loan forgiveness. So yeah, I'm bitter about that. I really am. Someone actually called me a clone. It was like the weirdest thing, and I don't want to get too far into it. But again, it's just like holding people accountable, making people stand on what they say. And again, it's just like, obviously I had to get with them, but it's like, why would you? And it wasn't to my face, to be clear. It would never be to my face. It was more like on social media indirectly, but it's more about, it's just, again, like people are so like up in arms about who the fuck won the election that they're willing to sacrifice friendships, acquaintances, relationships with people over these people that you do not even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have elections a presidential election every 4 years, and I just wish people would understand that. Again, I researched a good amount of what Trump was charged with and his charges, and to me, from what I looked at, I ain't gonna hold you, it looked like they railroaded it, man. It looks like there was an effort to try to keep him out the White House. There was an effort to have him found guilty, and so just the skinny of it was basically about $130,000 hush money that they tried to say they made it seem like he was trying to hide some information for the election, so like gain an advantage. And that, while he did pay his mistress $130,000, it was more because she was a mistress. It was hush money, so that he did do, but it wasn't in regard. It had nothing to do with the election, and it only came out because his attorney got indicted for some other stuff. So he took a deal and then got Trump in trouble. Like, okay, y'all give me a deal and then I'll give you information on him. And it was just like, what? All this shit's corrupt. Full disclosure, like both sides, Democrats, Republicans, everyone's corrupt. Everyone does dirt. But I'm getting so far off topic and so far off the point. But yeah, something else that pissed me off, Kamala didn't have the decency to come out the night she lost. She had all these people outside the university waiting to see her speak, and she just didn't come out. And I thought that was fucked up, because these people they're your supporters. They're the ones like, hey, we want to get you in the White House. We love you. We like you. And you were just, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but were you too butthurt to come out and address them? I thought that was fucked up. People out there 12, 13 hours to support you. People took off work. Yeah, some people did take off work. Yeah, school was closed. People still had to go to work. Some people worked all day and got out of work, came there to support you, and you couldn't come out and, hey, how you doing? Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for, we're still going to fight. Something of those lines. But if y'all thought that having Megan Thee Stallion twerking on stage and Cardi B trying to read off a phone was going to like get people to vote for her, like, y'all done lost your damn mind. Something else that pissed me off when Barack was saying that black people needed to vote for her, and if we didn't, like, he said something along the line. It was like, black men, y'all need to get up and vote for her. I need to support her. But it was like, again, they pulling the black card. It's like, because I'm black, I'm supposed to vote for her. Like, no, what if I don't like her policies? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. And while I'm pretty sure there are people that voted for her because let's get the first, female president in. And like, I do believe that's gonna happen. But she's not the one. I don't like you didn't even hear from her the entire time that Biden was president until it was time for her to run for president. Like, you never saw her. I know I didn't. And I work at the airport. So we Air Force One or Air Force Two coming in. It was always Air Force One. You never seen her. And then on top of that, her sole job. She was responsible for the border, and like all this talk about the border and all of don't deport these people and stuff like that. Like there is a legal way to apply for asylum. Like you go to the embassy and you apply for asylum. Like there's a way to do that. There's a legal process, and when you don't do that, yes, you're breaking all. I can't just fucking go to Canada and stay there. I can't just go to Mexico and just stay there. Like I gotta I can't go to Africa. Like there are things you have to do to become part of the country. Like you have to do it the right way. And in those other countries, if you do that shit and you're caught, like I'm pretty sure the penalty is way worse than like whatever, the shit that they're doing here. In fact, there is no penalty here. They incentivize you coming over the border. I think in Illinois, Illinois, they have like a program where like you can go there and basically get tuition for free to like fucking go to college if you make it to Illinois. This shit is so corrupt. Everything's so corrupt. And what they were doing in New York, and it's crazy that they stopped. Like the moment when Trump got elected, the next day, that Wednesday, they cut. So they have a lot of immigrants up in New York, or had, now they're like in the streets. But they would give them a car with I think like $600 on it. Then they were getting like $12,000 a month or every couple months or something like that to like live. They're getting food stamps, free medical. They're getting all these things that we could be using on the people that are already here. The homeless people that need it, the homeless veterans that could use this stuff. People that are barely making it by, living paycheck to paycheck. And it's just, I feel like we need to take care of our people here at home first before we're taking care of immigrants, Ukraine, any of that stuff. That's the stuff that really pissed me off. But I noticed the minute when Trump got elected, the next day, what's his name, Governor or Mayor Adams, whatever his name is, the black guy, I forgot his first name. He cut that program the next day. Like, oh yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Like, and there are immigrants in the street. They're protesting. There's a lot going on. And what has happened is that you've allowed these people. They've gotten comfortable. They think that's the norm. You know what I mean? Nobody has made them get jobs or done anything. Something else that stood out to me about the election that I found very fishy. Now, initially it was 16 million. I think now it's down to like 10 or 11 million because they done counted some more votes. I don't know. First of all, this election shit is crazy. I remember when I was a kid, the election was like over the day, like that Tuesday, the election was done. I don't ever remember, and maybe it did happen, but I don't ever recall them vote, other than the year Bush won and that shit with Florida. But it seems, I don't ever recall them counting votes 2 weeks after the election. Like, it's the weirdest thing that goes on there. And we got all this technology. We're so far advanced than we were 20 years ago, and we're having these issues. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, so from the last election, initially we were missing like 16 million votes, and now I think it's down to 10 or 11. And I had someone say like, oh, those people just didn't vote. You expect me to believe that 11 million people or 16 million people just didn't vote? Nah. I don't want to speak on, I'm not going to go too far into that. It's just, I've done some research on that as well, and I will say there was something fishy that happened. That just didn't sit right. But I will say, I think on both sides, for years, they've been doing weird stuff with the election. On both sides, like both ways. You know what I mean? Like they learned it from somewhere. You know what I mean? I think both sides have been doing like, votes that don't exist and shit like that. And the last thing, I will say, that bothered me about Kamala is I didn't see, at least I didn't, I see a picture of her family until she lost. And like all this talk about her, again, I don't vote for nobody based upon their color, but I take it extremely personal when you use my color to try to like, again, reel me in. So she's married to a white guy and they have white children. Obviously they're washed up kids. I don't think she has any children, I'm not sure. But like you never saw them until like the day, like actually the next day, that Wednesday, that's when they start showing pictures of like, I think the kids were crying and stuff like that, because she lost or whatever. And it was just, it never dawned on me. It was like ironic, like, yeah, this is my first time seeing your family. Like at least when Barack was running, we was seeing his girls every day, was with them on like the campaign trail and all that. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like they be playing in our face. Like as black people, they really be playing in our face. They be trying it, and a lot of us be falling for it. As far as Trump, I will say you can totally not like a person, but you can absolutely like their politics and the ability to lead a country, and feel like they have policies that would directly benefit you and your family and make your life better. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I just think people gotta chill, man. It's really not that bad. All this you acting like it's the end of the world, it really isn't. In my 38 years of life, whoever the president is has not directly hindered or anything like that in my day-to-day life. Like my day-to-day life has been my day-to-day life. Has it things like taxes and other small things? Yeah, there are things that have, but it hasn't stopped me from being able to live and fucking breathe and enjoy life. And I just think everybody gotta take a chill pill on both sides. Be passionate about what you can be passionate about, but just be respectful. That's really my biggest thing, man. I'm ready to wrap up and get out of here because this is getting late. I want to get a nap in before I start my day tomorrow. I do want to point out, man, I gotta say this because I'm super thankful for all the women I have in my life, all my friends. I got like an incredible like group of friends and tribe of women that just always check on me, look out for me. Whatever it is, whether it's a text message, a phone call, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram, something like that. Giving me advice, listening to my bullshit. I'm just super thankful for the people that continue to show up for me. I ain't gotta say your names, y'all know who y'all is. I got a message of the day. My message of the day just be stop letting people play with your time. Life is short, man. Life is too quick. We don't have no time to waste. We really don't. Like I'm 38. Like there's a possibility I've lived half my life already. And most people that I'm super close to are within my range of age. So yeah, just value your time. Make sure people respect your time. And yeah. And real fast. So I'm actually planning. I'm probably gonna reach out to my dad soon. And what made me want to do that was when I was attending a funeral, and it was just like, not because he might die or anything like that, but just understanding that like once a person goes, you really, because at first I was kind of like, I really don't have nothing to say to him. If I never see him again, it don't matter. And that part kind of still sticks with me, but I still think maybe a conversation needs to be had. And then after that, because I'll probably still go my own way, and be good with it. But I think it's probably important. I know for me, but I definitely know my siblings absolutely probably should, because I think, well, not that I think, I know I've had more time with him. Even though I'm younger, I've had, not as much as my brother, but definitely more time with him than my sister. Only because in my adult life, I was just always around. I would go see him, I would call him, I would just, the effort on my part was there. So I think I'm definitely gonna have a conversation with him. My therapist, last time we talked, was actually saying that I should. Like I was still on the fence, like, no, I'm cool. I don't need to talk to that guy. But yeah, man, again, man, I'm super thankful for the people in my life, man. I'm happy to be back. Yeah, so thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, peace.